If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone and computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other outlets. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
The following broadcast is brought to you by JK Entertainment and MSR Production.
Welcome to The Question. This is episode 5. Last time we had Timbo, the man, on here to talk about running the MSR. It was a very interesting time. We asked him several questions and got a little bit of to the inside of the man and how it actually all works and all the tough choices he had to do. But today we have something special. I know that I told you on the last episode that we're going to talk about offensive line, but apparently offensive line sucks, so we're just going to scrap that idea. We're going to go with something completely different, and I got something very special. Today is Thursday, but we're having a special Taco Tuesday special with my guy Taco. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. Beautiful weather in my area. You know, I'm a mailman, so it gets pretty hot out there usually, but today was pretty good, and I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm glad to have you on, man.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about sports history, in particular NFL history. Everybody knows you are the king when it comes to sports history and putting it into the chat. So we're going to have a little fun today, learn about a little bit more about you, and then find out some interesting facts about the NFL. And at the end of the show today, we're going to do a little trivia question, 10 questions, and see how many of them you get right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First up, Taco, my man, where are you from?
I'm from Illinois, a little outside of Chicago.
All right. You're not too far from me, about 6 hours. I'm down here in southern Indiana. It's not too bad. I've been to Chicago quite a bit.
Nice.
So does that make you a Bears fan then?
I am a Bears fan.
And what is it? Just because you live in Chicago, or what drew you to the Bears?
I guess they were just they're the local team, closest team to me. That and most of my family is Bears fans, so that's pretty much. That
makes it easy. It makes it a little easy. You don't have any family rivalry when it comes to Sundays.
Correct.
So, all right. Well, what do you like to eat up there in Chicago? A lot of hot dogs?
Yeah, hot dogs, Italian beef. Obviously, my gamer tag is Taco Kings. I do, in fact, love tacos. So
who doesn't love tacos, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So outside of MSR and Madden and just sports history in general, what do you like to do for fun, my man?
This is I guess this is still related to sports, but not necessarily Madden or sports history. Maybe a little, but I somewhat collect sports memorabilia, mainly just autographs of players I like. So right above the TV where I play is a framed signed thing of Ray Lewis. I got a couple other things too, but it's one thing I do.
So is that your most coveted signature that you have, or what is that?
Oh no, that's just the one right above my TV.
So what's your one that you enjoy the most, that you're most proud of?
Probably a few guys in MSR know I like this guy and I like to talk about him, and I know they don't like him, but I recently got it, but I finally was able to get a Don Hudson signed photo.
Nice.
Spent a little more than I would have liked on it, but it's fine.
Hey man, if you're enjoying it, then that's all that matters, right?
Yep, that's true.
All right, so let's get down to some MSR talk. How long you been in MSR?
Since season 1, week 4.
Week 4. So you came in right as I left in season 1. I made it to week 3 or 4.
I mean, like season 1 of. I mean like Madden 18 season 1.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original game. I was an original MSR player for the first few weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. I had the Colts for the first few weeks. There was a little bit of an incident, and I was gone.
Oh, interesting. Learn something every day.
Yeah, that's right. So I think I've been kicked out the most and returned the most out of everybody now. But it is what it is. I know you've won a few Super Bowls. How many Super Bowls have you won in MSR?
6.
6? Gosh dang, man. I don't even think I've even gotten close to being in one. 6 is a lot.
It's a fair amount.
And how many? Do you got any done in Genesis? Have you won any of those?
I have 2 in Genesis.
2. So total of 8 Super Bowl wins?
Yes.
Nice, my man. So how much time do you spend labbing in Madden for you to get that good to win that many championships?
So, if I'm being honest, the only labbing I really ever do is right when the game comes out. And that's only because really the league hasn't started yet. But in general, I mean, I get on Madden, I play my late games, and I get off. I don't really. Every once in a while, if I want to try like a new play out, I might lab it for like 10 minutes. But other than that, I don't really lab.
Oh, man, I don't understand how you do it. We just played last night, and you obliterated me once again. But I don't understand how you always have somebody open. It's like you know exactly what's going to happen in the play before it even happens.
I mean, Madden is. Granted, I'm not one of those people that says it's been the same game every year, but in some ways it is the same, and I don't want to say the same things always work, but some of it is just like, all right, if this, you can tell like this guy's easily in cover 3, this should be open. If this guy's in man coverage, hopefully this is open. If this guy has, is not clogging the lane at all, this run should be open. I mean, it's just stuff like that. I just try and take advantage of what the opponent gives me, really.
You do well with this from what I've seen. So I'm assuming you're going to be trying to get the Bears again in the next team selection. We're doing that later this month.
The only reason I would take the Bears is if I don't know. I really have no interest in taking them, honestly. I don't really care that they're my favorite team. To me, that's not relevant because it's a video game. So it's not like me winning in MSR has any impact on how much they win in real life. So like, to me, I when I pick a team, I treat them just as I treat any other team. Like, it's not really relevant that they're my favorite team.
Well, where are you leaning then? Anything in particular?
If you've been following me in the chat, I'm on the follow J-Rod train. So whatever division J-Rod goes, I will pick a team that's in that division. If there's any left, hopefully.
Are we going to get to know who's where, or are we just random picking?
I think we should go know who's where. Plus, I mean, maybe J-Rod will tell. If we don't, maybe J-Rod will tell me where he goes.
Right. Yeah. If it's anything like last year, I think that they did the announcement. It was a live announcement, right? And then and then you get to pick from teams that were still remaining. So you should know who's where. So the point of the episode today was about sports history. So why are you so much into sports history? Why do you love it so much?
I guess that's one of the things. I mean, obviously, I'm sure we all like sports to some degree, as in we're in a football video game. But I think anyone that's a hardcore fan, or at least just a big fan of the game, should know something. Should know about the game they love. I'm not saying you got to know, everything, or maybe some of the things I know, because I know a lot of random crap. But like, you should know, for example, you should know who Johnny Unitas is. You should know who Bum Phillips is. Just people like that. I just like knowing it. And because I love football so much in sports, I want to know about I want to know the entire game. I want to know basically who everyone is, who is important, and just stuff like that. Plus, it just interests me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that does sound cool. I mean, trust me, I like to learn a little bit of things. Nowhere near on your level, obviously. I don't have the time for that. But so I'm assuming do you know more about Bears history in general, or is it just NFL in total that you'd like to study?
Pretty much more NFL in total.
Awesome. So when did you start getting into history about the NFL? Did you just one day, I'm assuming it was just watching the game and then decided diving into it? Was it at a young age? Was it a little older? Or?
It's kind of just when I started getting into just watching football itself. I was just like I don't know, just pretty much from the very first moment I remember watching football. I'm like, okay, like, you know, obviously, I'm like, who's good, you know, and just kind of went just from there and just reading more and trying to learn more and whatnot.
Gotcha. So when you're actually doing your history research, do you set it on a specific time, or just anytime you have free time, do you just hop in and start doing it? And how much time do you actually spend just looking up obscure facts?
Honestly, I really don't I don't study this really. It's just I've read so much, just whether it be articles or I mean, I shouldn't say I've never studied it, but it's been a long time since I have. When it comes to this kind of thing, I have a really good memory, so a lot of times I just don't forget what I learned. That's a lot of it. I just don't forget.
Gotcha. So you post a lot of random questions and like pick this player and stuff like that in the chats a lot, I noticed. Do you get those from like a groups you're in on Facebook or just random websites, or how do you come up with those?
So like if it's like a picture or something, it's probably I just saw it scrolling through Facebook or maybe if I was on Twitter. That'll be where the picture's from. If it's sometimes I'll post things from people that post on Twitter. Among like the 3 people I care about that I follow on Twitter with like the MSR team, sometimes they'll post something, I'll just share it.
Gotcha. I mean, it's great when you post them because it's definitely a conversation starter. So like everybody likes to post in there and start talking about their takes on that or not. So definitely something interesting. So do you think knowing so much NFL history, does that help you at all in MSR or Madden at all? Or it's just, not even close to helping?
I mean, in Madden, no, I wouldn't say it helps really at all.
Right, yeah. The game's really not like the thing. I just figured maybe you understanding how a defense is supposed to work, maybe I don't know. I was just hoping there was something there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like because I knew who invented the 4-3 defense that's going to help me. No, that really doesn't help me at all.
Gotcha. Makes sense. So what do you think is the most obscure history fact that you know that nobody else would even know?
Honestly, when you told me you were going to ask this, I'm like, I don't know. I know a lot. This probably isn't the most obscure thing I know, but it kind of was just what came to mind. And I don't know why I remember this out of all things. I remember this, but the first official 200-yard rusher in the history of the NFL, and I know this by heart, was Cliff Battles. He was a fullback for the Washington Redskins in the early to mid 1930s, and he did it. I don't know if this is exact, but I know this is close. It's like 15 or 16 carries, and he had like 215-ish yards. And I think it was either against the Giants or Bears. I don't know why. I just remember that. I don't know why, but I do.
I don't even know who that guy is. Never heard of him before, so that's pretty obscure to me. But no, that's definitely an interesting fact. That's the first 200-yard game.
Correct. It was 1933 because the NFL officially started counting yards in 1932.
So it could have been more. They just didn't count them back then.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. So typically at this point, I do a word association where I just say a word and have you tell me your first thoughts. We're going to make it a little bit different today. We're going to do sports trivia. So I did a little research myself and just found some interesting things that I didn't even know the answer to. So they're not going to be that bad. Some of them are older. Some of them are kind of newer age. But it's just 10 questions. Let's see how many you can get correct.
All right. I'll try my best. I will say I'm definitely better in some areas than others. So I'm hoping it's not an area I'm not that good at. So we'll see.
I mean, it's all NFL. So here we go. Who is the NFL's all-time leader in field goals made?
Is it Vinatieri now?
It is Vinatieri. You've already answered the question. I was going to give you 4 chances, but Vinatieri has 582 of them. Can you believe that? That's a lot.
A harder question would be like second and third. I might be able to get that, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too hard. So, all right. What school has produced the most Hall of Famers?
It's either USC or Notre Dame. If I got to pick one, probably USC.
All right. You missed it by 1. USC has 12. Notre Dame has 13.
I knew it was one of them.
You had them picked out right, but that was close. All right. first NFL quarterback to top 40,000 yards passing.
40,000 yards?
Yes.
Oh, it's either that's got to be Unitas or Tarkington.
I'll give you a little hint. High top shoes.
That's Unitas. That's what my guess was. 'Cause
Yeah, you had
knew,
him out there.
I knew Tarkington did for sure, but I wasn't sure if Unitas did, and Unitas was before him, so yeah, that makes sense.
All right. This one's a little bit weird. This quarterback has won 3 Super Bowls, but who has the highest career completion percentage in Super Bowl history at 70%?
It's 70%. I know who it is in one Super Bowl. Tell me. So he's got 3? Is it
He's
Aikman?
got 3 Super Bowl wins. It's Aikman, yes. And right below him was Montana at 68%.
Interesting.
All right. What NFL team has lost a record 9 straight postseason games?
9 straight? I mean, is it, if it's current, is it Cincy or is it Detroit? Would be my guess. One of those two.
Yeah, it's Detroit. Detroit has lost 9 in a row. Man,
it sounds like
to be a Detroit fan. All right, so you may know this. I don't know if you will or not. Who is credited for doing the very first Lambeau leap?
Leroy Butler.
Yeah, that's right. You guessed that one pretty. You had that one pretty fast. That was an easy one.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
All right, we're getting a little more obscure here. First player to ever wear glasses in a game.
I don't know if there's Raymond Berry. I don't know if he was the first.
This is in 1977.
Oh, so they're not counting that as glasses. Now you got me on that one. I don't know.
Bob Greasy with the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even, yep. Did not think of that.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird one. I thought I'd throw it in there and see if you could figure that one out. All right. What 3 teams through 1996 have lost 4 Super Bowls each?
Through 1996?
Yep.
So that's Minnesota, Buffalo, and Denver.
That's correct. All 3 of them. All right. Number 9. Which NFL team took 32 years to win the first playoff game?
32. Is that Pittsburgh?
Nope. It's the Saints, man. Those Aints couldn't win a playoff game for 32 years. Whew. That's tough. And the last question, number 10. First Hall of Fame quarterback to be left-handed.
Do you mean by when they were inducted or when they played?
They were a player that was left-handed, and they were inducted into the Hall of Fame.
And I mean, like, are you saying first by they were inducted earlier? The earliest to be inducted or the earliest to play? Because I know who it is. It's either 1 or 2 people. If you're going by when they played, it's Ken Stabler. If you're going by when they got inducted in the Hall of Fame, it's Steve Young.
So it's listed as Steve Young was the answer to the question. Actually, they listed as the only quarterback to play left-handed.
I think your thing's a little older then, because Ken Stabler's in now, and he was left-handed.
Yeah, that might have been. That question may have been a little bit older, but he was the first, I think, when he was inducted. All right, that's all.
Any others?
That's the 10 questions I came up with. You did pretty good. I think you only missed 2, so 80%'s not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, a lot better than I thought. A lot better than I would do. I think I'd be a 0. I'd get the Hall of Fame quarterback question, Steve Young, I think. But other than that, I don't think I would have guessed any of these. But all right, man.
Have to get 10 out of 10 next time.
That's right. We'll have to try again for sure. Well, that's all I've really got for today, unless you have anything that you want to add to today's question.
No, I don't think I have anything.
All right, we got a nice, short, and sweet episode today. Got to learn a little bit more about Taco. Are you ready for team selection in Madden 21?
I am.
I am too, man. I'm about to put some time in on Madden 21. I am tired of getting blown out by like 40 points every game. I can't figure it out. This Madden 21's got me lost.
It's a different one for sure.
But all right, brother. Thank you for coming on a special Taco edition.
Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
And that's going to wrap up the question. Just want to say thank you for everybody for listening. I know we had a little bit of a shorter episode this time, but we had something special planned for Taco. Get him in here, learn a little about him, and I thought it was a pretty good episode. He did well on the questions, and that's going to be a wrap. See you guys next time.